Joan of Arc, teenager, mystic, war hero, and France's most tragic told you so. Let's set the scene. It's 1412. Medieval France is a flaming dumpster fire. England is halfway through the 100 Years' War, and everyone is losing badly. Enter Jeanne d'Arc, a teenage farm girl from Domremy, who basically said, "Hi, I talk to saints, and I'm here to save France." Bold, unhinged, iconic. Joan was born in January 1412 to peasant parents, which in medieval terms means no money, no power, and zero expectation you'll change world history. But at age 13, because puberty wasn't dramatic enough, she starts hearing voices. Not the maybe I need more sleep kind, but St. Michael, St. Catherine, and St. Margaret. Yes, a full holy group chat. And they're all like, "Hey girl, you need to lead an army and crown the rightful king." Casual. For a while, Joan keeps this to herself, probably because telling people you hear divine voices is a fast track to medieval psych evaluation, also known as burning. But by 1428, things in France are so bad that she's like, "Fine, guess I'll save the country." She convinces local officials to send her to the Dauphin, Charles VII, who is basically the human embodiment of a shrug. After some intense gatekeeping and theological side quests, Joan meets Charles in February 1429. He's skeptical, his advisors are suspicious, but she nails a secret test, or just has insane confidence. And suddenly, this teenager is getting armor, a banner, and command of troops. HR was truly asleep at the wheel in the Middle Ages. Now we hit the main event, the Siege of Orléans. This city has been under English control and France is spiraling. Joan shows up in April 1429 like, "Hi, I'm the vibe shift." And shockingly, it works. The French start winning, morale skyrockets, the English panic, Joan gets wounded by an arrow and comes back like it's a Netflix cliffhanger. By May 7th, 1429, Orléans is liberated. France collectively goes, "Wait, we like her." Joan doesn't stop there. She pushes for Charles to be crowned king because apparently she's also his life coach. Against everyone's better judgment, they march to Reims. On July 17th, 1429, Charles is crowned King of France. Joan is there in full armor like, "You're welcome." Imagine being 17 and casually securing a monarchy. At this point, Joan is a national hero. Paintings, songs, vibes, but plot twist, politics. The French court starts getting nervous. Joan is too popular, too independent, too not controllable. So naturally, they stop supporting her because history loves terrible decisions. In May 1430, Joan is captured by Burgundian forces, basically French people who sided with England because betrayal is timeless. And instead of rescuing their miracle teen general, the French are like, thoughts and prayers. She is sold to the English, who are thrilled because they can't beat her on the battlefield, so they'll try in court. Very classy. Enter the world's shadiest trial. In 1431, Joan is charged with heresy, witchcraft, cross-dressing, yes, really, and listening to God too hard. The judges are biased, the rules are ignored, and the outcome is predetermined. She's 19, alone, no lawyer, but still absolutely roasting these dudes with her answers. Queen behavior. On May 30th, 1431, Joan of Arc is burned at the stake in Rouen. Her final word? Jesus. The English are like, victory. And France is like, well, this feels bad. Fast forward, because karma takes notes. 25 years later, in 1456, the church reopens her case and is like, oops, our bad. She was innocent. Love a posthumous apology. Then, in 1920, nearly 500 years later, she's officially canonized as Saint Joan of Arc. So yes, she goes from heretic to saint in the ultimate historical glow-up. Let's recap. Born 1412, peasant girl, hears voices, 1425-ish, divine hotline activated, leads army, 1429, casually saves France, captured 1430, betrayal era, executed 1431, tragic icon, cleared 1456, we messed up, sainted 1920, legendary status achieved Joan of Arc is the original, teen girl does the impossible, and everyone freaks out. She broke gender rules, military norms, and medieval expectations with zero chill and maximum conviction. She didn't live long, but she lived loud. And honestly, if a 17-year-old showed up today saying God told her to lead an army, we'd all be concerned. But in 1429 France, they said, you know what? Worth a shot. And it worked. So the next time someone says teenagers are useless, remember Joan of Arc, farmer's daughter, holy warrior, war hero, and the ultimate reminder that history is wild, messy, and occasionally run by a girl with a sword and a vision. France, saved, England, mad, Joan, immortal, legend. Thank you for joining us on Trust the Dust. If you'd like to listen on the go, look for us wherever you get your audio podcasts. Please like and subscribe.